everyone pick up the single number percentile die you got. Go ahead and roll.
A single?
Yes.
The 10? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, the 10.
Okay.
Just the 10.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled a 10.
Dope.
Is that a crit?
I rolled a 3.
Hey!
Wait, no, I rolled a 9, sorry.
Dang.
I rolled a 3.
Hey! Me and you, buddy. Air high five.
We're gonna die.
Twin threes, huh?
Twin threes.
And we're
Twinsies.
starting with both of you.
Oh, hell yeah.
To which, after traveling for quite some time and both doing various, are we recording? Mm-hmm. Cool. Both traveling, both having your own little kind of mini adventures to get from point A to point B, you both find yourself on a dock island and staring at a, you're staring at a building that has Crow Flight Plan and a big closed sign that has been nailed to the door as the snow of the Alaskan archipelago Corvid Isles and the wind starts to pick up. And you two are the only ones standing in front of there. You both had tickets to a plane that was going to both take you to the hotel, but now it's just you two. So you look at each other. You want to describe one another to each other? Who wants to go first?
I am Charles. You see me in a very layered like jacket setup. The other one's a very muted flannel setup. But underneath you get glimpses of like this bright pinkish colors and like a green, almost minty kind of green like vest underneath that. I've got a probably not as trimmed sides as I had before I left, but got shorter hair on the side, long hair on the top. And I've got my trusty chisel and my drawing pad with some oil pastels and stuff like that with me. And I'm just looking very pissed off in the cold, and I'm looking at the clothes and I'm like, Scheiße! Fuck.
I am going to be reading a bunch of books. I have a backpack that has a bunch of school supplies. I'm in a Letterman jacket for Howard University. The colors are red and blue and gold. And I'm dressed pretty nicely. I have big glasses and a mustache. Really tight curly hair. And I'm just gonna not notice at first, because I'm scouring over this notebook that I have.
So I guess you kind of get pulled out of it when you hear the Bohemian, because that's kind of the thing you get looking at this guy who just showed up and he's cursing. And then you suddenly notice that there is someone else here, sitting down reading books. You didn't notice at first because I guess you were just like sitting down on a bench by the front of the flight area, and you had like even though you do have a school pack and stuff, you are bundled up because this is Alaska. Yeah, and you suddenly notice that someone's looking at you.
What do you want?
I think this is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, me too. But apparently it's not fucking open anymore.
Well, what are we supposed to do about that? I have not an expedition, but it's funded, and it's important that I get over there.
Well, unless you're asking me to use my chisel that I pull out of my jacket. If you're asking me to use this to like break the door down to a still closed establishment, I'm not sure what else you want me to do.
It's at that point, as you two are kind of conversing, that you actually see in the empty streets a local native walking down the streets. They have a sealskin pack slung over their back, and they're all bundled up. But they look like, this is just sunny beach weather. They're used to this cold, and they're just walking down, minding their own business.
I tried to hail him real quick, like, hey, you there?
Huh?
You know anything about this building?
Yeah, that's the local flyer.
Is it open? Because, like, why?
Well, obviously not, because there is a close sign nailed right there to the front door. You a tourist or something?
Yeah, I am.
Ah, well, unfortunately, white man, big storm's coming in. We don't have a lot of need for flight with all the snow that's coming in. Is there somewhere you need to be?
Well, yeah, need to get to this, this hotel, I believe it was, or, right? Is that what, I'm trying to remember, I guess maybe I'm wrong.
No, you are.
Okay,
It is
yeah,
hotel.
I'm trying to get to this hotel. Had an old friend of mine tell me that there's something that can give me some inspiration getting into my artwork.
You're not talking about the Dam Hotel, are you?
I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm talking about.
Well, it probably is, because that's the only hotel around here for miles, white man.
And yeah, that's the one I need.
Well, if the plane was going to take you there, I do apologize. But, he points, you're more than likely to wait for the sleigh.
The sleigh.
Ah, yes. Comes every hour on the hour, no matter how heavy the snow is.
Gotcha. All right, well, thank you.
Well, he walks over to you. What was it worth to you?
What would it worth to me, eh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not giving free tours here, white man.
Yeah, white man. I'll say to you.
Also, what's it worth to you? And he points to you.
I didn't ask any questions.
But obviously you were paying attention.
Should I not be paying attention? While
Well, if you want to go and use the sleigh, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost both of you.
I never said I wanted to use the sleigh.
Oh, well, that's a shame, because there's nowhere else to go. Nowhere else is going to take you. You can walk across the frozen water, the frozen tundra, but I guarantee you, it's not going to work. You won't make it. So what's it worth to you? To both of you?
Well, how much does it cost?
How much you got, white man? You know, if you have a name, you can totally introduce yourself, and we can totally stop this whole horrible exchange of, me being the dumb native and you being the great white man traveler. You got a name?
Yeah, I feel like I could tell you, but it just feels like at this point it's overrated. I look at my jacket to see how much I've got in cash. Yeah, because I think it's somewhere in like the 300s. I've got in like petty cash.
Just to spend?
Yeah, just to hold on to. And actually, remember we talked about it. You made 700 during your travels.
Right, and then I
And now
spent
you
the
got
rest of I spent that money to also make that money.
Right. So you've got 315.
Yeah. Cool. So and let's see if I'm thinking right, like a 20 is actually like a good amount, right?
Oh God, 20 is like Rockefeller up here in
Is it?
Alaska.
Then yeah, I pull out like a 20, I'm like, here's what it's worth to me. Can you just give me to like I'll be on my way, I just need to get to that fucking hotel.
His eyes go wide and he takes the 20 from me and he goes, "Of course, sir. If you head on over to the waiting shack over there, the sleigh will be right along. I promise you."
Thank you very much, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You as well. What was your name, sir?
Charles.
Charles. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Charles.
And you, sir?
And he turns to you. And how much is it to you?
He just gave you $20.
Yes, that was for him.
I don't have money.
Oh, well, that's a shame. That's quite a shame. You're probably gonna have to be sitting here until the storm is over and Grove Lights opens again. So you have a good day. He turns away. He starts walking away from you.
Is he the one doing the sleigh?
You don't know.
He can't control that. I'm just not, I'm gonna walk to the sleigh anyway.
As you both are walking, you see that there's already somebody waiting there. It's kind of like the equivalent of a bus hovel terminal area. It's got some park benches. It's got something you can sit under, and it actually has some lights. Though they are they are lantern lights, not candle lights, lantern lights. And you see a man in a heavy trench coat and a flattened cap, and very bushy orange sideburns. Do you want to continue to describe the rest of yourself?
I have a badge on underneath the coat alongside a holster on one side, as I have my hands in my pocket with my coat behind me. He pulls out a flask, opens it and takes a quick swig of a drink and puts it back away.
You've been waiting there for a little bit. You had directions. As soon as you got off the train, you had talked to one of the individuals that was working at the train station. They had directed you towards waiting for the sleigh. And after you had paid off some as well, you got there and you're just waiting. And you see these other two come up. A white bohemian and a dark college student.
Yippee! Looks like we're all going to a shit bag hotel, right? He takes another swig.
I'm more curious as to why you two want to be here.
Uh,
I mean, it makes sense for, a rich artist like me to be up here, but you guys.
I show him my private investigator's badge. I'm on the job.
Right.
I'm studying for a professor.
I see one of those book people.
Nerd. Sorry.
What kind of
the
art do you do?
Sorry.
Are you popular?
I mean, I've made my way up here with plenty of cash to spare, and I still have a lovely home.
As your
Do I recognize... What's your artist name? What's your full name?
Yeah.
It would go by C. Seltson.
See, Seltsam, go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Would I also? No, I wouldn't recognize him. I'm a shut-in.
I doubt it unless you were into an art
86?
world.
Uh-huh.
No, you've never heard of him.
Well, you aren't that good, because I...
Well, here's the thing. It's not that he's not that good. It's just you've never heard of him because it just eludes you. You haven't heard, if there is, someone he's describing, you're just like, okay, cool, you're an artist, great.
I'm unfamiliar with your work, but I'm...
Yeah, that's okay.
You guys want to swig?
The wind blows.
Isn't that bad to drink in cold?
It keeps me warm.
Depends on what you're drinking, son.
Whiskey, I think. Oh no, I just stole it from the bar car.
Not to my taste. Thank you, though.
He takes another swig, puts the cap back on.
It's about that time you hear the trotting of hooves and a big, muscly caribou comes through, and there's a sleigh behind it. And lo and behold, the gentleman you gave $20 is mushing it. And he goes, "Okay, I'll go into the Birmingham Hotel. Whoever paid for their ticket, welcome aboard." He hops down. He opens the door. "Mr. Charles, a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very nice to meet you again.
And Mr. Milligan, please come right in." And then he looks at you. "And I don't believe I caught your name or your ticket."
I'll give him $1. Asher.
Asher,
Yes.
as in Asher Masons.
Yes.
"Oh, you're the professor's friend." He gives you the $1 back and he goes, "My apologies, sir. I did not realize who you were. I am so at fault. Please, by all means."
Thank you.
"We didn't realize that you were the professor's protege. We didn't realize you'd be here yet. You were supposed to come
I
in a day or so."
have the jacket for the school, and
We don't really care about clothing up here as long as it keeps you warm, my friend.
fair enough, I guess.
But yes, please. The professor has spoken very highly of you, and he helps you in. And he closes the sleigh, and he hops up, and he's gone before you can even say anything. The caribou is massively powerful, and you turn away, and you're leaving that one particular island. You go out onto the tundra, and you've got a little bit more time to socialize before you guys reach your final destination.
So where are you guys from?
I'm from Washington.
No wonder you
Capital?
never heard of me. Yes, my artwork's been in New York, so if you've never been there, you wouldn't
Oh.
have seen it in my early days.
I'm from New York. Where are you from?
Where am I from? Currently, I'm in Pie Town, New Mexico.
Fuck's in New Mexico.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's been very recently added, so very nice. Warm. I'm not used to it with all this fucking cold.
Well, I mean, it's only, I would imagine, only 20 degrees colder than New York, so.
That's why I left New York.
Best place for immigrants like myself. He takes another swig of the whiskey.
Yeah,
Sure you don't want some
I
salt?
see that.
I'm fine. I need to be alert for.
Speaking of alert, everyone roll a perception check. You at disadvantage because you've been drinking.
That's fine by me. I rolled a 27 and a 74.
Okay, so
49.
67.
you're the first to notice it because they're both conversing with each other, and you see it across the way. There's a mountain that's starting to like just show up through the snow, and the most obvious thing is the clock tower. And you're approaching closer, and you figure that's your destination, the Bernal Dam Hotel. You remember the clock tower on the card that you were given to by your artist friend. Do you point it out? Do you let them continue on conversing, or?
I just kind of, actually, I would just pull out my little sketch pad and just start doodling away, making a sketch of that.
As you two argue over whether you're going to take a drink or whether you're going to let him have a drink and so forth, you two finally notice it as well. You before him, you notice the artist is like paying attention to something, and when you look out, you see the clock tower. And this time you can actually start to see the island itself, and there's actually a little village. And you actually have to roll a sanity check for me because you remember your nightmare.
3.
3?
0, 0, and 3.
Oh, yep, that's a 30. You made it. You flash back momentarily, but you don't lose yourself. You remember what you saw. You saw all the ships in the harbor, and you figure now as you're riding in that you have just passed kind of where the harbor would start, or the cove, where the cove would start, but it's all frozen and solid this time. And you don't see any ships. You don't see any broken wreckage. But you do also remember that mummified face of the man from your dream telling you, "They're waiting for you." And then suddenly you smell real strong whiskey as suddenly the bottle is shoved in your face again.
Come on, take a drink. We're having a good time.
And you're brought back to reality.
I'll take it and take a very small sip.
Small sip, okay.
And then give it back.
See you.
Go ahead and give me a con.
64.
Nope, this is strong stuff.
See, it's good. It's delicious.
It hits, it burned.
That's disgusting.
Don't be such a wimp. He takes another shot back.
And then you suddenly notice the building. And this time, it like looms over you, and it is now everything that you can perceive. The lights are on in the window. You see the little village that looks currently abandoned, and you feel everyone feels a bump as the sleigh hits solid ground again. No longer just on frozen tundra, but now you're on dirt and rock, and starts pulling you up through the village. And you notice that there's like no one in the village. The village looks like it's been long abandoned. And you pull out of it, and you go up. And then finally you level out again. You're in a large courtyard in front of the Bernal Dam Hotel. And it pulls up to the front of these two wide doors. And the man running the sleigh, he jumps down, and he opens the doors and goes, "Welcome to the Bernal Dam Hotel. Right on in you go. Hope you stay warm. Hope you stay well."
I pull out a 10 from my pocket and I give it to him again. I'm like, "Thank you very much for the good trip here."
Ah!
And then I also rip out the painting or the drawing I did and give it to him. I rolled a 29 on that.
He looks at that. He goes, nice sketch, sir. Very nice.
One day that'll be worth a lot more.
He folds it up with the $30 you've given him, and he sticks it in his pocket, and he goes, "Yeah, I sure will. I sure will." As you all get out, he also helps you with the luggage you brought, and which is, let's go over that now. How much luggage did you bring with you? Was it just like a knapsack? Was it a suitcase or?
I probably just brought like a suitcase. You know, probably like one other outfit because that part wouldn't matter. I'd be more focused on like my art and like my craft, so I wouldn't care about how I looked. So I'd probably just have mostly just like art supplies. I'd probably have like tubes of paint. I'd have just a massive like roll of canvas that I would just like be able to pull out and cut custom like sizes. And I just have that basically.
And then since you had been helped on second, what did you bring with you? You just packed light, right? You didn't bring anything.
I have like my pockets. I had no bags. I probably would have like whenever the train stopped, I would have went out and grabbed like a second shirt or something because I didn't.
Not even a bindle.
Man, is that what it's called?
Yep.
I literally got smuggled onto this train.
Right, you did.
Almost nothing. So
You brought just a standard suitcase and stuff?
Yes, so I have a bunch of cold weather outfits, a bunch of books, and notebooks that I can write in, a bunch of ink.
he had the most stuff out of any of us.
Actually, that's not true because as he has handed off like the suitcase to you, you see he goes back and he actually pulls out a massive trunk and secondary suitcase and starts carrying it to the front of the door.
Whose stuff is that?
Interesting.
He's already far past you.
Would I have gotten a chance to look at the luggage to see if it had like a name on it, like somebody's like even monograms or something?
Well, it was already on the cart along with
everything else that we brought.
Yeah. So it was already there before you had loaded onto it. So no, I don't think you would have gotten a chance because it was like on the outside.
Because I was there first, do I remember him loading it up?
You do. You do.
What do I remember about it?
Then it's a large trunk.
That's it.
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence.
79.
No, it's a large trunk.
I am not rolling good.
I hope it had a buckle on it.
Oh, that's a cool looking buckle.
So the three of you are now standing by as he's taking the luggage up there. You have been left outside with the sleigh and the large caribou, which looks at you three and kind of huffs loudly.
I go over to it and I would just like to touch its fur on its side and pet it.
I would not do that, drunk man. But what do I know?
Yeah,
I'm an artist.
Go ahead and roll me a charm check.
Charm? Fuck me. 71.
Yeah, no, you reach out for it and it just goes, and you feel like it's hot, air, it's breath, breathe in your face, and this is a massive beast. It almost looks primordial.
Yeah, I see him get close and hear them like, yeah, I'm going inside. And I'm just like scuffle off.
I put my hands up and I'm like, apologies, and I almost bow at it.
Is
Sorry.
anyone else watching him? Are you watching him?
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking notes on like the sleigh, and then the hotel. Just observations like how their society has developed in terms of technology and everything.
Not too crazy for the 20s.
Well,
I think that's the point.
What is your? You don't have to roll, but what is your spot hidden?
35.
It's 30.
You're an investigator.
He's more of the investigator. Like, I know where they are. I'm gonna go kill them.
Oh.
Not like, do I know where they are?
Well, it's my job is to find out where
Right,
they are.
exactly.
Right now, I'm just trying to go find this person that killed them because they took my son.
So you both noticed this, but you don't know that you both noticed this. You don't because you've turned around. You're heading towards the hotel. But as you're kind of like backing off from the caribou, you're like, okay. You could swear that in the far off distance, in the snow and the trees surrounding the area, there's a shape. Something or someone is watching you.
I look over to this one, Asher. I don't know your name. Asher. And I'm like, it might be the whiskey, but is there something over there?
You look and you actually see it too. And here's the odd thing. You'd first be like, oh, that's just a rock or like a tree or something. Between the trees, a smaller tree. It moves behind a tree. And now you can't see it anymore.
Definitely not the whiskey. That was weird.
Let's go talk to them. I'll I'll pull his hand and go to the.
I pull out my gun and I point it at you. You let go of my hand right now.
You
seems
have
like-
a revolver pointing at you right now.
Seems like an overreaction. Then again, I'm used to this. Okay, I'll go talk to them myself.
I put my revolver back and I start heading to the hotel.
As you are about to head, you feel a hand on the back of your shoulder, and it's the coachman. The coachman says, "Mr. Mason, where you going?"
There was someone out there.
He
I
looks.
wanted to talk to them and see if they could tell me about the town and such.
You must be seeing spirits, or the snow's playing tricks on you. There's no one in the village right now, sir. They've all gone for the storm.
Why are we here then?
Because the hotel can withstand the storm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Can you
might
tell-
have actually seen the White Hunter, sir.
tell me about the White Hunter, and I'll get out my notebook.
He's just such a white man.
The White Hunter, also known as the Hunter of the Sleet, is a local legend, sir. From what I can tell, it is a long time ago. There was the Ralliam family, the ones who actually built the Bernal Dam before it became a motel, and it was still the estate. And they had 2 children, an elder son and a younger daughter. Now, the youngest daughter, she fell in love with a local native. And apparently, even though, as the stories have said, that the Rowland family was very, very kind to the locals, brought a lot of prosperity to the island and so forth, she was of noble blood, and she was already, oh, I'm so sorry, what's the, betrothed. She was betrothed to another back in their home country of Russia, so their father forbid it. And her heart was broken, and she and the man ran away into the woods. And now, they're not sure who it is, but whoever soul that be of the star-crossed lovers, whenever the snow is heavy and the winds are loud, they come out. They help lovers who have been lost, but they hunt anyone else who does not have someone they care deeply about. Oh, hence their name, the White Hunter, wrapped in white sealskins, so that they blend in perfectly with the snow.
Interesting. Does everyone believe in this? Or do most
Everyone that's
people-
heard the story is willing to humor it and so forth. I think it's seriously a local superstition. I think it's to explain that we see shadows and movement in the snow when there's no one there. And besides, the storm is picking up. You should come inside and get warm, sir. And you notice that the wind is actually starting to pick up more, and the sleet is actually starting to get heavier, and you're actually starting to kind of lose your sight.
Good idea. I'll follow you.
Thank you, sir. Meanwhile, back to you as you enter the warm main hall of the Bernal Dam Hotel. There are 2 individuals in the main hall. There is someone behind the desk, obviously the head clerk or the concierge, and the other individual dressed in a very sleek black and purple suit with gloved hands and a bowler hat and just having an air of mystery about them. Do you want to describe your character a little bit more?
Sure, let me pull up the photo. But I have purple trim on my black suit, and also as well as gold embellishments. I have a little magician's little bag of tricks, and I'm holding up some cards like to fan myself despite the cold. I'm very heavily dressed, and I'm sweating inside my suit. Hi, Brenda.
Getting attacked by dogs.
They are currently talking to the head concierge behind the counter, who says, "Mr. Hilmar, it is wonderful to have you here, and we expect your show to be quite a showstopper. We don't have many residents right now, but we always do ensure that we have the best entertainment available for them."
The great Priston shall not disappoint.
I imagine not. Here's your key. And he hands you a
Thank
key.
you, sir.
If I hear that, like, the name, can I, like, see if I know it at all?
Go ahead.
I've been around the United States. I've heard a lot of random things.
And we'll do an education.
Doesn't matter what you tell me, it's a 1.
So,
Damn.
one can celebrate that normally.
You hear,
Yeah.
you hear the last name, Hillmark, and then the great Preston. The great Hillinger, and you suddenly pinpoint there was an upcoming magician who was starting to get really popular in the entertainment industry, known as the great Preston Hillinger. And you haven't really seen them, but there was like people ranting and raving how they were really good mentalists, and their card tricks are fantastic, and they just have a very awesome presence about them. And you feel that this could possibly be the Hillinger that you've heard rumors about.
Just wait until Houdini hears
So
about this.
I walk up and I'm like, Hillinger, that's you old salty bastard.
Yes, who might you be?
Love that.
It's actually cowering under the table for all the audio listeners.
No, I gave my dice and cowering.
Damn! Thought you made it all big and now you got roasted by a magician.
Do I know you?
Damn! Damn!
I just like look at you for a moment. I just like blink once. I'm like, no, but I've heard of you. I've
I've
heard
heard
you. Yes, not as much the same anymore. But
Will you be at the show?
well, I mean, I might now just to make sure that the rumors I've heard are true.
Well, we'd love to have you.
And then I just go to I just kind of walk by and go up and like, I'm looking for my room now.
And that's about the time that you come in, and so you'll see this interaction.
I'd like to imagine I've probably taken my son at one point to see one of their shows.
No, because they're so up and coming. Your son disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Probably around it. Only most recently in the last year, people started to hear about Jared. But you do have a feeling that it would be something that your son would enjoy.
I see the cards and I'm like, didn't you perform in New York like 3 weeks ago?
I traveled so far, so many. I believe so. I was all over the States, honestly.
No wonder your face looks familiar.
Well, I do have that face.
So as you step up to the counter, the man behind the counter goes, welcome. You are one of our 4 primary attendants, I take it. Number 2. My name is Ruda. I am the head concierge here at the Rosebudd Hotel. And who might you be?
Nice to meet you, Ruda. I am Charles Selson.
Charles Houston. He looks through this. They don't have computers in this day and age. He's going through his little notebook, and he goes, "Here we are, Mr. Seltsam, recommended by a former stay of ours."
Yes, a very good friend of mine now.
Yes, and it looks like that you all taken care of making sure your room is ready to go. We'll just need the down payment now.
Yeah, how much is that?
That's going to be $50 for a night, sir.
50? Quite easy as I pull out and I give you exactly 50.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Did you have a recommendation? There are 3 rooms left.
Well, I've heard there's a supposed statue here I should be looking out for.
Yes. You probably want to be close to the gallery.
Yes, please.
Then I shall give you the clergy room.
Thank you very much.
If you're interested in the name, he says as he flicks up the key and he hands it to you, feel free to take the local tour as soon as I have checked in our remaining guests for this week.
I may have to do that. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. And you, sir, who might you be?
Private investigator, Sean Milligan.
Yes, we were phoned ahead that you were coming soon. We've got 2 rooms available, and as I said, it is $50 a night.
He reaches in his pocket and pulls out 40. I got 40.
Well, normally we would not accept that, but the storm is getting pretty heavy outside, so we will take that, and we'll say that we can possibly make up the difference later. So, out of the 2 rooms available, we have the Overlook room, and then we also have the Grand room, which used to belong to the former owner of this house.
I'll take that. That sounds nice.
Very good. You know, he picks up the key. The interesting thing about the grand room is that it's actually quite small. It's a single bedroom because it was owned by the owner of this house after his wife died.
Perfect for
We
me.
call it the grand room because it used to belong to a very grand man.
Perfect. Sounds perfect for me. He says as he immediately pulls a picture of his wife out and puts it back in his pocket and turns away.
It's about that time that it's not Asher who comes in, but someone you haven't seen. Through a side door, I'll check out the box. Through a side door, you see an individual come in an aviator coat, as well as an aviator hat, and his scarf is pulled up over his face. And he has a shovel actually thrown over his shoulder. It looks to be about a maintenance man. And he's dusting the snow off. And you hear, as he's pulling off his hat to shake the snow from it, you do see that he's actually bald and white. Caucasian.
Oh my gosh, a bald white man.
Well, go ahead and quickly roll, before anything is said, go ahead and roll me an intelligence for a memory.
Oh,
You.
me. Oh, fuck me. Okay, 17.
Okay.
It's a good roll for once. Yippee.
Well, yeah, there's a reason for this. What did I do?
Is he in the war with me?
Because he's white.
Well, yeah. It was
Irish.
I only pointed out that he was Caucasian due to the fact that almost everyone else here at the hotel you've seen is a native, where this man is.
Or me, the other white guy.
Yeah. Or the magician who
You hear Ruda behind the counter go, "Ah, James, you got that work done out there." And as the man turns around and pulls down his scarf, you notice the very memorable eye scar from the photo you were looking at. He goes, "Yes, Mr. Ruda, everything's taken care of." He said, "Very good, very good. We've got a little bit more maintenance for you in the back. Hopefully you'll be able to get to that today." And he goes, "Yes, Mr. Ruda." And he looks right at you. "Evening." And he walks past you.
Good evening. I put the key in my pocket and I immediately lift my jacket to have access to my holster.
Okay, he just walks past you, doesn't even give you a second thought. That's when Asher comes in, and you see as you walk in, Special Officer Sean is about to shoot someone in the back. It looks like he's going for his gun. And even the coachman sees this and goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Mr. Milgan, what are you doing?"
Apologies.
He did that to me earlier too.
He pulls his coat back up. You were touching me. I don't like being grabbed.
I'm not even okay. I would like my room.
Before you say anything, Rudolph looks at you and he goes, "Ah, you must be Mr. Mason. Considering that everyone else has come so far, you are our last, and we were expecting you. Sir, the professor speaks so highly of you."
I'm honored that he respects my work.
The Overlook Room is the last remaining room, and I do think that it is one to your liking. We call it the Overlook Room because instead of overlooking the grounds, it actually has a very beautiful wall window into the local library. The personal study of the Rudyard family.
Perfect.
Yes, I imagine so. It must be fate, he says as he hands you the key.
I have a tiny one bed, small bedroom.
Well, sir, it's not like it's a closet. It's just the whole joke of the grand room is that it's not grand in scale. It's grand in heart.
Yeah, tell that to the next guy who gets bamboozled by this as he walks away towards what he's assuming is just his room.
So, do you all go part your ways, or do you all get to know, because you have also seen this very elegantly dressed, flamboyant individual.
I don't pay him any money. I go to the room.
Okay.
I will go up to you and say, "How long have you been? What is this town called?"
The Bermel Dam Hotel.
The town.
Oh, the town? It's known, the town doesn't really have a name, but the area that it's located, this is the Corbett Isles archipelago. So the Corbett Isles is what they normally refer to it as.
How long have you been in the Corbett Isles?
Not very long, honestly. I just got here when have I gotten?
Oh, you've probably been here maybe an hour or so before everyone else.
Okay, like an hour.
Have you found anything interesting? Are you here on business?
Oh, but of course. Do you think this is just for show? That's a little bit of a pun there for you. You're supposed to laugh.
Haha.
Very awkward fellow, I can sense this.
Yes. Is that the player or is that me? I don't know.
Yes. You are just playing you.
No, I'm not. This is a different character.
This is a different
Just because
me.
he's smart doesn't mean he's me.
Well, you're not. Never mind.
Anyway, I'll deal with him later. What were we talking about? I got distracted. Oh, I don't know if that's your show outfit or just your normal outfit. People wear all kinds of stuff in Washington.
That is fair, I suppose. But yes, this is my showman outfit.
Maybe I will see your show.
Well, glad to see you there.
And then I will
Very aggressive.
I'm a showman.
I will go to the library and look for books.
Okay. So you're going to go to the library. You're going to your room. Where are you two going? Are you going to your room, or what are you doing?
When is my show?
The show is probably around dinner time, and there's
Okay.
a few hours before then.
I guess I like to do some prep work.
Okay. Then you'll probably head to the drawing room, where your trunk of your performance stuff has been left for you to set up.
Cool.
And what about you?
I look for the statue.
So you head to the gallery. Okay. So first we are going to focus, since you were the first one to leave, you get to the grand room. And you open it, and it's not like a, oh God, it's just a tiny bed in the corner. That's you. A tiny bed, and a bucket to piss in. No, this is actually a very nice room. It's smaller. You would think that normally this would be like the child's room, just because of the general size. This isn't a room that someone would share with a loved one.
Yeah.
But
it looks like the room that I converted in my house to be my office. After
Right.
My son got kidnapped.
Exactly. So as a matter of fact, as that happens, go ahead and roll a sanity check for me.
32.
32. You walk in and you have a sudden memory of you walking in on your son's room. And your son is sitting at his desk. This is just as you guys were getting settled in, and he's working on something. He was actually really good with his hands. He used to whittle. And he turns around and he shows you this lopsided wooden duck he was making, and he goes, "What do you think, Dad?"
It's great, son.
I don't know. It looks like the duck is melting. I don't know how to make it better.
Well, I mean, it's funny. Think about it. It looks like he's sinking, which ducks can't sink. So it's funny. It's ironic.
This is supposed to make me laugh, Dad?
You have your mother's sense of humor. Very dry. He takes the duck. I know where I'm going to put it.
Where?
Right on my desk. And I imagine I walk over into my room and I put it on my little desk in the corner.
As the memory of you walks out of the door, like you kind of see it happening, and suddenly you're back in the current state, and you're coming back to reality. But then you look, your son is still sitting in the chair at the desk of the room, and there's blood leaking down his mouth, and he goes, "Is this still funny, Dad?" And he has a knife in his chest. And then you hear, "Everything all right, sir?" And you spin around, and James is standing behind you. You look like you've seen a ghost.
A little bit.
I got the feeling earlier that you weren't too happy to see me. Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't suppose so.
All right then.
Well, you look like someone I served with in the war.
Go ahead and roll me an acting. You know what? It might have to be a persuade, because that's the only thing I'm kind of seeing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a 38, so.
38. He looks at you, and he looks at you with his one good eye. His other scarred eye is closed, and he leans forward and he goes, "No, I would have remembered you.
You also served?
You could say that. I have served in a few scuffles, under a few different leaders. You might even say a few masters, and I'm pretty sure I would remember you. Especially that stink of whiskey."
Well, what can I say? Best thing to keep the nightmares away.
That is if you have nightmares.
Anyway, can you please exit my room?
Oh, I'm not in your room, sir, but I will leave you alone.
Thank you. I close the door and I lock it.
And you don't hear him walk away right away. As a matter of fact, he kind of watches you go and he locks in for a while. He just stands outside your room, and then you finally hear his footsteps as he walks away. Over to you as you head to the library. So, you're heading for the library, and there's actually like, you notice that this hotel is actually also like kind of a tourist attraction. There's like plaques on the wall that kind of explain like the local history of the village and the Rudyard family coming here and so forth. And you find the library quite easily, and it is, for a personal library, you expected maybe like a two-room area, but this looks like the library at your college. It is extensive.
I will take notes on all the local history.
Okay.
And then I will.
Yes, you have your book, but you still have to translate it.
I'm gonna see if there's any books that would help with that.
All right, go ahead and roll a spot hidden check. Actually, no, I think there's actually something else here for you. Library use. Go ahead and put that towards a library use.
16.
16? Okay, that is a half success. And that's better than a regular success, because that's almost a utter success. You actually do find a few books. You know how to move yourself through. You don't even need to ask for an attending. You seem to be the only one in here, even though there is a desk for what you would consider to be a librarian or a bookkeeper. And you do find a few books. You find a few books about the local area and just history in general, about how the Russians were the first to actually be the first outsiders before Scandinavians, and especially before other Europeans came over to the States and so forth, or the lands that would become the States. So yeah, you find a few books, and so your next check you'll actually get to do with advantage. History.
At the lowest?
Yes.
18.
Yeah, that's another half success. You actually find that the cipher is coming to you rather easily, thanks to all these other books, and you start to work through it, and you think that you can kind of decipher the general bit of the book now. It's going to take a little bit longer. You'll have to like read side by side and compare notes, but it's not just gibberish and a few notes now. You kind of think you have a little bit more of an understanding. Is there any part of the book you want to try and read?
I want to focus on the interactions between the people, the natives and the people visiting.
Okay. You read through it, and as you're like trying to pick up the interactions, you start to notice a weird pattern where your professor had said that this had been a shining moment between various races and civilizations and stuff like that. Wallachwe, the man who wrote the journal, talks about how before the family came, we knew our place in the world. After they came, they tried to take it from us. There was much bloodshed and much anger, but we finally reached an understanding. They finally know their place, and will never forget ours again.
Damn.
I'm gonna be radicalized.
You also notice that he keeps mentioning a frozen raven. It seems to be a local totem of the people before the Rudyard family showed up.
Okay. On any of the history that I read, did they say anything about conflict between?
That's another strange thing. There's like actually no recorded history, not even like sparse moments of like, oh, by the way, up in this one area, people don't really mention what happened here. The plaques talk about how like originally this was just like a standard native village that did its best, worshiping the local deities and stuff like that. And then the Rudyard family showed up, and there was slight hostilities at the beginning, but then peace was reached, and the Rudyards started bringing civilization and education of the world around. It kind of contradicts what you've read in the journal.
I'll go up to the guy in the hotel, the
Rudar, the
Yeah.
concierge. Mr. Mason, what can I do?
It says that there was some conflict, but what I'm reading in other sources say there was a lot of bloodshed, and it seems like one side won and
So-
the other lost.
First, roll a psychology check for me.
61?
61. Ooh. He looks at you and he says, oh, yes, well, if I may, Mr. Mason, considering that you are one of the only few academics that we have had here in a very long time, I do admit the plaques are a little bit more friendly than history. As with almost everything, there's always going to be conflict, but when people are staying here, they don't really want to hear about unnecessary bloodshed, as you can probably attest.
But I also read a few of the books, and they didn't really mention it either.
Yes, well, what has happened here has been a very selective moment in time. We have been cut off. The storms up here are ravenous, almost compared to other locations here in the Alaskan tundra and so forth. We do not get a lot of academics up here. Not a lot of people to record what has actually happened. And anything coming out of it is always going to have a little bit of bias of locals. I do tell you though, as sunshine and happy as the plaques make it, or as how bloodsheddy your personal research has made it, mistakes were made. People tried to enforce things to others. And I will say that this was one of the few moments in history where a true accord was met between the visitors and the locals.
What was that?
Well, most of it's been lost to history, but really it was mostly due to the local superstitions and the deities. Haurayuka.
What deity is that?
That is the great raven of the black ice, sir.
Are they often personified as a human?
Hardly ever. Hauraikura never took mortal form, for it was their way of showing their great divinity upon the land.
Are there any evil deities?
Well, what is evil, sir? A lot of people like to say there is good and evil in this world, but in my true opinion, there are two types of people. There are kind and there are cruel. Cruelty is not necessarily completely evil. Sometimes it is necessary. And kindness does not necessarily mean good, for it can confuse and convince others that you're in the right.
It's fair. I will take what you said and think about it. I will come with more questions
If
as
you-
I do more research.
And if you are interested, we actually have a very beautiful statue donated to a previous person who stayed here in the gallery of Paurakura. If you'd like to see the impressive specimen of the Prince of Black Ice.
Yes, I would.
The gallery is right down that way. Shoot, we go to the drawing room first. You're setting up. You're looking through your trunk.
Alright, so what can I use? What can I use? The bloody bastards won't show tonight.
It's at this moment you hear you don't hear someone come into the room, but you feel there's a presence.
Okay, I turn around.
There's someone standing in the room, and they are facing away from. No, they're not facing away from you. They're sitting at the couch, one of the sitting areas in the drawing room, holding a newspaper up in front of their face.
May I help you?
I don't know. Can you? Hill
What's the favor?
comes down, and you see two rabbit ears.
Oh, bloody fucking hell.
One last wish. As the paper comes down, revealing the skinned, skull-like rabbit face of Harvey Rabbithead.
Didn't the last time I tell you to get a carrot and shove it up your ass? Get the fuck out of my face.
No, you've said that so many times to me over the years, and yet
Oh, should he make it a hose then?
do you want me out of your face?
I bet you would like a hose. I bet you would like that very much.
He gets up off and he walks over to you and he gets right in your face and he goes, "You have no idea how much trouble you're in.
Piss off.
I think you want your wish.
What do you know?
You're in a very dangerous place.
I'm always in a dangerous place. What's new?
He starts walking around you. The people here love blood for blood. The people here need
What do you think I am? You've been with me since I was little.
I think you're someone who doesn't understand that they're standing on the precipice of a real evil motherfucker.
Coming from you?
You know what?
It's your little bitch, you know that.
I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to show you how much trouble you're in. And he reaches forward, he pokes your forehead. Go ahead and roll a sanity check.
Cool. I'm gonna fail that, aren't I? I got a 92.
92?
I failed that.
Yikes.
So you're now that we are not in session 0 anymore, you're also going to have to roll. It's a D6, correct? I think it's a D6. You have to roll a D6, and then you have to minus that from your sanity going forward. Yes.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that.
Okay. 1.
1. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
lucky there.
So you lose it. Your sanity is now 44.
Slow burn.
And as you feel his thumb press onto your forehead, you feel yourself falling. You're falling through a cave. It's the coldest you have ever felt. And there is something at the bottom of the cave that you know that if you see it, your very soul will freeze over. These two piercing blue eyes stare up at you as you fall endlessly. And you hear a loud robin, like a crow-like caw that sounds like a roar. And suddenly you're back. And now whenever you see the color blue, you see those eyes again. That's a new main
The fuck did you do to me?
I show you what you're dealing
Wait.
with.
Are you Edgar Allan Poe? Give me an explanation, you little fucking little piece of shit.
Seeing it for yourself wasn't enough? You're going to get in trouble with the Prince of Black Ice unless you wish yourself out of here.
And you're coming with me.
Oh no, see that's the thing. Whether you live or die, I'm free. If you live and use your last wish, I'll leave you alone. If you die, I'm set free all on my own.
And I will live just to spite you.
You're funny. You're the funnest I've been with.
I know. So I can't get your freaking ears away from me.
It's been fun, Preston. I tried. Next time you see me, your wish might not save you.
Ugh, that's lost my words.
You have never known. You don't know how old you are. And he walks out of the room.
And I'm glad for that.
And you turn
Bye
around.
bye, Cottontail.
You turn around to look back at your stuff, and then suddenly you hear someone walk up behind you. Ah! It's one of the porters. Sir! Oh my god! I'm so sorry. Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just preparing for the show.
We heard shouting.
Yes, that is my acting voice.
Alright. Alright. Acting voice. Well, if you need anything.
Yes.
Okay, yes, sir. And he backs out of the room and leaves. And you hear Harvey laughing.
I imagine he hear you saying bitch and he's like, I don't think this is
The magic bitch!
I had to fact check if we would know who Edgar Allan Poe was. For some reason, I thought like he didn't exist till like the 40s. He died in the 1840s, so
Yeah.
You know what? You're right about the 40s.
So now to the gallery. You walked in, and it's you get the feeling that this used to be an atrium because it has glass walls and a glass ceiling. It's keeping the cold out though, and once again, like the church in New Mexico, it has been converted into a gallery from what it used to be. There's no more plant life in here. There are various paintings, and in the center is the statue you were looking for.
Yeah, I look at it and kind of look to see if I get kind of the same feeling as when I had my statue put into the church, or if it reminds me of that like imagery I saw.
Go ahead and roll me a sanity check. Let's see if it does.
44.
44. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
3.
Okay, so you got to take your sanity down by 3. And as you look at it, what it is it looks like instead of metal, it's carved directly out of stone. You would say marble, except instead of black streaks in it, there's red. And the white is more of a gray, making it look like a malted stone carving with blood running through it, possibly dripping out of it. And it's a giant crow that's spreading its wings with the head bent down, and the feathers look like they're icicles, the way they've been carved. And the only thing that isn't red or gray on it are its eyes, which are blue glass, and they seem to stare into you. And as you're staring at it, you feel a hand on your shoulder, cold. And you turn around and your statue is there, and it's just put its hand on your shoulder.
And I immediately just like run back away from him.
You run into Asher as he's coming into the gallery.
You.
Sorry, did I startle you?
I just look around real quick, and I just like tap you on the chest. I'm like, nope, nothing at all.
That's your mania. From now on, you have to make sure that anyone you're talking to is real. You have to make sure that you're not seeing things.
That is actually so cool.
And I just
It's so
grab your
horrible.
jacket a little bit and shake you a little bit. I'm like, yep, everything's okay. And I kind of just walk past you. I'm like, I've got things to do, and I just bowl past you.
Did
and I go to my room.
you get to look at the statue? Do you know anything about it?
Too much, I'm afraid, as I'm still just running.
You turn around and you see this carving that he was looking at, and there's other art in here, but you are just drawn to this. This is it's like normally when you put it like a center point, it's like, oh, that's interesting. Now let's look at everything else. Everything else dwindles in comparison, just looking at this massive crow, icicle feathered statue that glares at you with blue glass eyes.
I'll look at it and say, are you cruelty or are you kindness?
You do not receive a response in words, but the wind outside blows heavy and it rattles the glass, almost as if something did respond or hear you.
I will. Are there any plaques describing.
There is a plaque, and surely enough, it reads, the rise of the frost, Talraikura.
I will write that down as well. And I think I'll keep coming back to the statue, but I will try to look at the other art around as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll an archaeology for me.
40.
40. And your archaeology. Yeah, nothing else really catches your eye. You think it's just like kind of more local stuff. Like, not that this isn't local, but like, you're not seeing like, famous paintings that you read about in college and stuff like that. You're seeing more like sketches on animal canvases and just everyday drawings on paper. But yeah, you keep coming back to the statue, and the wind picks up again. You hear those rattle. Do a spot hidden for me.
15.
15. Well, normally you would miss this, but something is trying to make its presence known. You hear the rattle again, and do you look to where you think you hear the glass rattling?
Yeah.
There's someone outside.
Do I see their form?
They are dressed completely in white furs. The hood is up, and they're wearing some of those viewing slit glasses and a scarf around their face. But yeah, the furs they're dressed in are completely white. They're your attention.
I'll go up to the window. Can I crack it open?
No, because this is like a solid glass,
Oh,
solid glass
okay.
wall, because this used to be an atrium. You can get as close as you can because there is kind of like there were plants between the window and the walkway, and now that's where the art is. And as you walk up, they're like pounding on the glass, and then they look past you and just back off back into the snow. And then you see Rudia's reflection in the glass. Is there something wrong, Mr. Mason?
There was someone outside.
Was there?
Yeah, he was in white furs. He had sunglasses type of thing to block the light of the snow. I've read about those.
Yes. Hiking glasses. Sir, are you sure you're feeling all right? There's no one out there.
I will look around because you said he looked past me. Do I feel like that was at?
You feel they were trying to get your attention, but then they looked past you and saw something that made them leave. And you're assuming that if you did see someone in there, that it was Rudia that scared them off. They don't want to be seen by them.
Do you believe in any of the superstitions?
Well, as we were talking about before, sir, I believe that there is truth in superstition. As a matter of fact, legends are not stories that are not true. Rather, they are stories we just haven't found where they fit into history. I believe there's truth in almost everything. Now, if you believe that there really is the Paurakura, that's just a local deity. And he motions towards the statue. That was something that people gave reason to the rising of the wind and the thickness of the local storms. That was because people are afraid of what they don't understand. But that's besides the point. The reason I've come looking for you is we apparently have a fifth guest, and I need you to help me verify if they are with you.
Sure.
There's been a black cat seen on the premise. Did you possibly bring a cat with you when you came to visit?
I did not.
Do you know if one of the others that you were traveling with when you were brought here had a pet with them?
I bet that artist guy probably has a cat.
I shall talk to him when I have a chance. We just need to know who the cat belongs to so that we can charge accordingly. Animals, though normally not allowed here at the hotel, can stay for a slight fee.
Well, shouldn't we bring it inside so it doesn't?
Oh, it's
die?
inside. None of the porters can get their hands on it. It's too quick. That's why I'm looking for who owns it.
As long as it's safe. If you can't find out who owns it, I will take responsibility temporarily.
It's very kind of you, sir. But if it is not yours, we will have to force the animal to go outside.
It will die.
Oh, trust me. He turns away from you. A black cat dying should be the least of your worries. He walks away. It's dinner time and show time. Everyone, really quickly, roll me a. What did my computer show? Go ahead and roll me a just a percentile on a single number percentile dice. Mm-hmm.
1.
1,
10.
10,
Single number?
Yeah, I think so.
10.
10. I need you two to roll again.
Okay.
Why? Well, no, because they unfortunately rolled out.
3.
I was going to. Okay, this time it was low. You rush back to your room.
Damn right I did.
You slam the doors. And is there anything you do before you turn around to calm down or get used to your room or something like that?
No, I basically immediately go to my bag, and I would start trying to pull out my art supplies.
As you go to your bag, you notice that you have someone else in the room with you. There's a black cat sitting on top of your bag, laid out, just looking at you with their yellow eyes.
I'm like, oh, hello, Kitty. I need to get to the stuff inside the bag. So if you could just move as I
You
try
saw
to
it, didn't you? The cat says to you,
I would check my pockets. I'm like, I haven't had anything to smoke in a while.
"Oh, trust me. Smoking would do you no good at this point." And the cat stands up, stretches out. "I'm coming to you because you're a fellow creative, a fellow dreamer. We don't have much time. You have to get everyone out of here before the storm is too strong."
I mean, I suppose I could do that. Or, hear me out. I could do what I came here and paid an absorbent amount of money to get here to do.
Is money and fame really worth your life?
I mean, how can a talking cat know I'm gonna die?
I don't know if you are specifically going to die, but I know that you've been brought here to be part of a meal for a very dangerous creature that currently sleeps below you. You saw the carving. You felt the madness.
Well, of course, I came for the carving. That's why I'm trying to recreate what I've seen here.
There's suddenly a knock on your door, and the cat
Scheiße!
Yeah, the cat goes up, and it's like, "I'm not here," and he crawls into your bag.
Okay. Who is it?
"It is Rudia, sir."
Fucking Rudius. Ah, yes. Okay. I come to the room like, Rudius, my good man.
"Is everything all right, sir? You seem to be in quite a fright."
Yes, I've got, I believe the German have a very special word for it, but I've been so inspired I am frightful. So I am trying to recreate the emotion I felt from that statue. So if you don't mind as I try to slowly close the door.
Go ahead and roll a persuade for me.
82.
82. Almost. You're about to close the door, and he steps his foot in, and he puts his hand on, and he goes, "Before we part ways, sir, have you possibly seen any animal, specifically a black cat, on the premise?"
A black cat.
We're trying to figure out who the cat belongs to. Apparently, the staff has reported it to me. And as you know, if you do have a cat, it can stay here, but it will have to stay in a kennel, and you will have to be charged an additional fee.
Well, I will say Mr. Mittens did accidentally sneak on with me, and I do apologize for that. How much is the fee?
So you have a black cat.
I apparently do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sanity for me as suddenly Rudyard pushes you into the room with exuberant strength and pushes the door into the walls.
Oh my god.
10.
Oh my Okay, you somehow survive this. You don't lose anything else. But what happens is Rudia's eyes have gone blood red, and his teeth are super sharp, and he goes, "Where is the cat?"
I think I saw it go out my window earlier, and then I just closed it.
Liar.
Well, I mean, prove it.
He reaches out with his hands, which seem to like kind of extend a little bit longer, and his face goes gaunt.
Yeah, when he starts reaching, I'm like, no touchy, no touchy. And I like just start to go back to, whichever way I can.
The cat hops out of your bag, and it looks at the cat, and the cat goes, "Begone, foul creature!" and hisses at it. And Rudia goes, "Dream warrior!" and runs off. "We are the Dream Warrior!" You suddenly hear this echoing throughout the halls. You're pulled away from your preparations. "Dream warrior!" And the cat goes, "Well, we're all fucked. You couldn't lie, could you?"
I mean, I thought me saying yes would be easier than saying no.
That would be
What do you
easier
mean?
if
It's the
you were-
vapors. I'm
That would be
sorry.
easier if you weren't currently in the den of an elder god. And the cat jumps and runs past you.
Well, why didn't you start with that? As I like quickly grab my like sketchbook and I grab my oil pastels and like describe it to me as I'm like drawing the what I get inspired to do from the statue I saw.
Okay, so you were probably just walking out of the gallery. You hear this, and what do? You're still in your room. You hear, "Dream Warrior!"
I don't know how to respond, so I kind of look through the hole on my door. Do I see anything? With my like hand on my pistol.
You look through the door. Go ahead and roll a sanity check for me.
10! My best roll yet!
Yeah, you hold on to it as you see Rudyard run past, and it must be kind of just like you've got the fisheye lens of the door viewer, but his fingers look like claws. His teeth seem to be sticking out of his face and pushing the skin on his gaunt face back, and his eyes are red as he just runs through the hallway.
What the I pull back, I rub my eyes. Which whiskey am I? Clearly not enough. I go over to the table where I have a bottle and I finish it.
What do you do as you see Rudyard running back through? Yeah, go ahead and roll a sanity.
Does the cat run the opposite direction?
No, the cat's chasing after Rudyard.
No, do I not see the cat and the people?
No, he pulled
And
away
you don't
just-
see me chasing the cat with all my drawings. Hold on, explain this to me.
I'm doubting my bottle. I'm not.
I
drunk
must
enough
hear
for this
more
shit.
into the madness.
So, what did you roll?
62.
Oh yeah, no, you get a full view of this. Rudia no longer looks like the kind, gentlemanly concierge. He looks like a nightmare as he looks at you. And you think he's going to slap you, but he just pushes you back past him. He runs over to the statue and pulls back the plaque on the name, and there is like a totem underneath of it that looks like a raven. And he grabs it and he spins around and tries to push past you again. And then you see a black cat jump off the walls and land on its face. Oh, this thing that is Rudyard, and Rudyard goes, "Vile creature!" And they start like tussling.
And then I'm like
Yeah,
right
you just
behind
show
him.
up.
What the fuck are you doing here? Cat, why have you not answered me?
I'm gonna be like, well, what the fuck? I'm gonna run outside. And I'm gonna try to find the guy who was out there because
Okay.
this guy looks evil now.
You have to run back to the front of the hall.
Okay.
As you do, you see that there's a maid and a butler. They're standing there, and their eyes go red, and they look similar like Rudy, and they're in your way now.
Can I go outside, please?
You cannot leave. We've been waiting for you, scribe.
Oh yeah, by the way, I guess we're all gonna die. The cat said so, and so.
I will run to my room and try to open the window. I'll lock the door and open the window and see if I can see the
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
You're just
as you
getting
spin around.
wasted right now.
I have no idea any of this is happening. I just know I'm not drunk enough to deal with
73.
it.
73.
Man, this turned into a
No.
shit show real quick.
You spin around, and so you feel clawed hands on you as they both grab you, and they pull you back. and they placate you. Well, now what are you currently doing as you're hearing all this happen?
Okay, so describe to me what I'm hearing.
You're hearing someone shouting Dream Master, Dream Warrior. There's a cat. There's just bloody murder, and now you're hearing like,
Probably
scuffling
me
down the
just
hall.
saying random
Yeah,
shit.
you hear him going, "Describe it to me, cat."
Okay, so the door is open and I see all this.
Well, so the drawing room doesn't really have a door.
Oh.
It has like an entryway
Oh, okay,
off
okay.
of the main hall.
Okay, so I see all this, but I'm just like,
You see it, yeah, you see it down the hallway opposite of the main hall. What you do see is you turn around, you see a maid and a butler, a porter, grabbing the student. And meanwhile, the artist is looking over. There's something going on in the gallery. You can't quite see that, but you hear cat hisses, and you hear like something unearthly.
Thanks for the.
Help me, please.
cut your tail! Cut your tail! Where the fuck are you?
He's laying in the, like, there's a mirror above the fireplace, and he's laying in the mirror's reflection, like one of those bourgeois burlesque women's paintings. He goes, "Oh, now you want to talk."
Yeah, and you're still a little bitch. So, what?
Well, apparently the locals have gotten upset that there's a dream warrior here. I told you you were in deep shit.
The fuck is a dream warrior?
Oh, now you want to know. A dream warrior, it's obvious. It's a warrior who protects dreams.
And the horns?
The horns?
There's horrid creatures outside.
Oh, the horrors. No, those are ghouls.
Oh, my bad.
Yes! Horrors are much worse. If you run into a horror, you're in deeper shit. And currently, that's close.
How do I get out of here? Well, actually, I'm not here.
Well, yes. You know how to easily get out of here. If you want to do me a favor, though, I could help you get out another way. But the wish is the easiest way. And when you're done with me, you're gone.
What is the other way?
Oh, the other way is that you have to figure out how to escape the followers of Palakura.
And who are they?
Oh, well, those are the children that followed the thing you saw downstairs.
Ah, okay. And the children are the...
Yes.
Fuck me. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay, well, I'll still be here if you want to go away.
Boy with the jackets!
It's Asher. Or wait, is it? Yes.
Asha, I need you to duck.
Can I duck while being restrained?
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
You may try.
I think it's very
dead
bad.
body it.
What'd you roll?
16.
No, you make it. That's actually a success. So yeah, if you want, you can try and you don't really get out of their grip, but you can fall down so that you're not like they're the ones who are in view of whatever the magician's going to do. You're able to do that. You see him suddenly slump down. They don't let go of him, but they're like, and they look over at you.
Okay. Are they resistant to fire?
You can see.
I take this. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, I think I.
It's just alcohol.
Green alcohol.
Yeah.
Spit it.
Yeah, I'll get alcohol and then lighter.
Go ahead and do a brawl because this is
Okay.
technically a fight.
Okay. 21.
20. Oh yeah, that's a success. So you don't have to spend any more on it. You could spend a few more lucks if you want to make it a half success, or you could spend a little bit more.
I think I'll save my
succeeded
luck
either
for
Okay.
now.
So what happens is you go behold, and you kind of do your thing, and they're going,
Behold!
and then you blow fire, and it doesn't hit them, but they react to it. They go, and they drop you. They go with you. They back off.
I will dart upstairs to my room.
Okay.
The sheets will
You
protect me.
Thank you.
You run away. As you leave, the maid turns to the porter and says, "Protect the scholar!" And then she turns to you.
Why?
Protect.
Where's the scholar? Okay.
Wait, I'll stop. Why am I being protected?
Because you have the book. You were sent here with the book, were you not?
Yes, I have the book.
Just burn it then.
What do you need the book for?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that, scholar. Just keep the book safe.
Well, I won't keep it safe unless you let us all go, and I'll hold it up.
But then your mania comes back.
No.
You're attached to the book. Go ahead, roll a sanity.
75.
The moment you say, well, then I'll just destroy the book, you get this feeling like, no, god damn it, are you stupid? In the back of your head.
You say that out loud to yourself.
Yeah, the book is very important. You can't destroy it. It's archaeological find.
Will you listen to me since I have the book?
We will listen to you, but...
Stop! Everyone stop attacking!
No!
You just said you'd listen to me!
We will listen to you, but that doesn't mean we'll follow your orders. You're a guest!
Can Sean leave his room?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he opens the door. He steps out. Very clearly, very much way more drunk than ever before. Looks over there.
Oh, no, you can just hear it. Your room is, like, kind of farther off from what's going on. But you
I start walking down the hallway towards the commotion.
James steps out of the hallway in front of you. Is there a problem, sir?
Just a lot of shouting. Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. You should go back to your room.
I mean, I'm a private investigator. I like lazily open my coat.
He reaches forward and he grabs your gun out of the holster. You should go back to your room, sir.
I grab it.
He fires!
Oh, I'm dead. That's it.
No, okay.
That's a headshot. I am dead.
But,
You can dodge.
yeah.
Holding it to my temple.
Hold on. Thank you. Okay, so the bullet goes off, and luckily you were drunk, so even though it was pointed right at your head, you said, I need that. It shoots you in the ear. You take 3 points of damage.
Oh.
And tinnitus.
Oh, I already had that.
I think that also sobers you up at this point. And calmly he says, sir, go back to your room or I will not miss next time.
Give me that. I pull it out of his
Well, momentarily we'll come back to that. We're going back to this. We're going here. You, Charles, are currently watching a cat with, you believe, glowing claws slashing up the face of the former concierge who's holding a raven totem. And like, as he's not bleeding, as a matter of fact, as the skin peels away, it's like it goes directly to the bone.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see him holding a totem. I while I'm still finished, halfway through drawing, that's odd, and I put it away real quick, and I try to grab the totem while he's busy with the cat.
Okay, he's slightly distracted. Go ahead and do a strength roll for me at advantage because he currently has a cat in his face.
59.
Yeah, no, he's waving it around too much, so you're like, and the cat's going, grab it, damn it!
I'm trying.
Well, not hard enough,
That's
you're
faster.
Okay, so that's your action. We go back to you. There is a Claude Maid coming at you.
Yes. Throwing knives.
Okay, go ahead and since I pulled up the ammunition and the weapons, I think we can use this.
Cool. Oh, that was a really bad catch.
Okay, roll me a brawl.
Okay, both of them, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 34.
34, and okay, no, you do throw it, but she's expecting you to do something this time, so she dodges out of the way. And then she's going to come at you with a swipe. And you see that coming.
Thank
so you're
God.
and you dodge out of the way. You have a moment of movement here. What do you do? Do you still engage? Do you move around? Do you run away? What do you do?
Okay. So, okay, if I run, I don't think I can run away, huh?
You could.
I could?
Like I said, you have a moment of movement here
Okay,
because they just took their action.
okay,
It's a little different from D&D, I know. But
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna run away.
So where do you run?
Out.
So you're just
Out of
you're heading for the main doors.
Yes.
Okay, you're heading for the main doors.
Like, Milady, farewell!
You see the magician just like try to throw a knife at the maid. The maid dodges, and then the magician just ducks out and just starts making their way for the door.
I say, fuck this, I'm out.
You are currently still facing off against this porter who says, "Scholar, return to your room and wait for us. We will be here with these much-needed sacrifices."
Okay, I will go to my room and lock the door.
Okay.
Is there a window?
Okay, there is, and it's bolted shut.
Weird. Can I break it?
You can take a turn to break it, yes.
I will do that.
Okay.
Smash it with the book.
Not with the book. I will protect the book. I'll
Roll.
get like a lamp post or something.
Right, I think that's going to be a strength.
44.
44.
47. 44.
44. You pick up a lamp and you smash it, trying to smash the window. The lamp breaks. The window is bolted shut tight.
Damn it. I'm gonna leave again.
Well, nope. We'll come back to you for that because now we have to go back to you. So
Just enter in.
you are missing an earlobe. You have blood running down your face, but you have sobered up. James King is standing in front of you with your gun, and he says, "Return to your room."
Yeah, I do need that though. That is issued to me.
I don't. Stop!
Don't do it. Please don't.
I will leave. Can I have that back?
He shoots at you again.
What the fuck?
I told you not to!
I just need it back!
Clearly, you're gonna have to do something more than please
What
give
the
it back to me.
fuck?
He's killing children.
Can I not try to just convince him to give it back to me? I do have.
Go ahead and do a persuasion.
Before you
At
go,
disadvantage.
Before I get shot again.
Nope. What? Yeah. What is it? What exactly do you?
The other one's an 8.
An 8.
I have an 8 and a 53.
That's the 53.
Yeah, but they're both a success.
Oh, well,
So
then
the-
that's good.
Yeah. So the 50,
Yeah.
the 53. Instead of shooting you, he says, "Return to your room and I will give it to you."
Alright. I walk back into my room.
He walks. He throws the gun onto the bed and then he grabs the door and he pulls the key out of the other side. And you momentarily see something really strange because he's been wearing gloves up to this point. But as his coat comes up, he's got black skin on his right arm with a very obvious tattoo of a serpent.
Alright, have a good night.
Of course, sir. And he slams the door and you hear it lock from the outside.
Odd.
You have a moment to do something because you did not take like an action and you were you like agreed to move. You do have your gun though.
I do have my gun back. Do I hear him leave?
No. You should put it close.
Okay. I will just kind of go over to the bed. I will pick up the gun and I will hold it and sit on the bed.
Okay.
And I'm going to wait for him to leave.
All right. After a few moments of sitting there, this is where your turn will end and you'll get to do something next. He does leave. He walks away. Meanwhile, back to you. You're still watching the craziness go along. The face of Rudy has been completely shredded. There is just a mummified skull for the face now, but the teeth are like shark's teeth and the eyes are still glowing red. And he manages to push the cat off of him and he pushes himself back up to his feet and runs past you with the totem.
So he's going back towards where the other two.
He's going to the main hall, yeah. And you can do something because he's not really paying much attention to you as he runs past you.
If I try to trip him,
You can try.
I will try to trip him.
Go ahead and do a dexterity.
Okay, something I'm actually decent at. Please work, please work. Ooh, that's a 2.
Nice.
Okay, that's a super success. So, what's something else aside from tripping that you'd want to do?
I would probably, at this point, be like, I really don't want to touch you, and I'll grab my chisel out and all right, and if I actually trip him, I'd be like, all right, and I'd just like just fall and try to like stab him in the skull with the chisel.
Okay, so yeah, what happens is he's running past you. You stick your leg out, you catch him, and he does like that comical thing where his legs fly out behind him in a moment. He's doing the Superman, and just falls flat on his face and his stomach. And before he can even push up, you bury your chisel in the back of his, not his skull, but his neck. You get it like right there, and he goes, and he goes,
And can I like twist it around a little bit more? Like, just gotta make sure, right? I don't know what this thing is. Please be dead. And then I'll like grab the totem.
its eyes aren't glowing anymore, and the cat goes, "Get the damn totem!"
All right. And I grab that. And I'm like, now what, Mr. Gatto?
Now we gotta take care of the others.
Others?
And the butler who originally had made you go up to your room comes down and goes, "Give me the totem!"
Totem? I barely know them.
It's in your, yeah, and he comes at you. That'll be your part next. You're running for the doors. Go ahead and give me a strength check at disadvantage.
This is so
37.
Roll one more time.
Okay. 34.
Okay, so that is a success.
Okay.
You push on the door, and at first it feels like, oh, like it's being held by something, but it doesn't appear locked. There's no chains on it. And then finally, it starts to move and starts to open, and you look up, and the person in white furs is standing in the way of the door as you open it. They're just glaring at you.
Why, hello. May I go outside?
They grab you and pull you out.
Oh
into
my
the snow.
god! This is a weird way to start a date.
I imagine the comical hand.
They pull down their scarf, and it's a native woman, and she says, "How many more are in there with you?
I don't know.
How many more people are in there?
I saw at least 3.
Damn it!" She looks in, she goes, "You have to go back in and get them."
Fuck, I do.
I would go in and get them if I was allowed. You have to get them out of there.
What?
I will get us back to this. I will get us back to the aisle if you go in and get them. We'll come back to you as you're making a decision on the steps. Back to you.
I'm gonna run out of my room and try to leave as well.
You find that the door is locked.
I'm gonna try to bust the door down.
Okay, give me. Well, what I will do is you can look around the room and see if there's anything. You broke the lamp on the window, which you realize is now like, it looked like wood at first, but it was actually bars with glass in between them. So it's like they didn't want people leaving by the window. But the door still appears to be wood, so you can look around and find something in your room that might help you. You can either give me a
Do I have stuff to light, like the candles?
wicks. Yeah, you do actually.
I'm gonna set this place on fire.
Oh!
I'll start with the door so that it.
God.
Okay,
Straight down arson.
I start with the door. Well, at least you start there, but your room's gonna burn first.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to say. You do think about burning, but then you suddenly hear in the back of your mind, "But the book! We must protect the book!" So that kind of stops that down. And you think that if you think about like doing like mass destruction like that, where originally it would be like, "I just need to get out of here," you now feel that for whatever reason, you have to protect the book. You can't let the book, any harm come to the book.
No wicks are metal, that means defended it, right? All I'm saying.
I will get something and try to ram the door and break it.
Okay, give me a spot hidden check. At advantage.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, I'll tell you what you are.
I mean, with the wick.
So what's
24.
The first, and roll one more time to see if you get higher.
42.
Okay, no. 24, so that's a success. So you look around and you figure that the full-length mirror in your room, that's worth something, you know? But as you go to grab it, it doesn't come away from the wall. And as you feel around, you suddenly realize that there's a button. And when you push it, the mirror pushes back and opens, and there's a secret staircase behind it.
I will get a candle so that I can see, and I will go down.
Okay. And we'll come back to you as you descend into the hidden layers. Back to you. You're currently in your room, and James has left.
I examine the room a little more.
Okay.
What is in there? What's on the windows?
Go ahead and give me a spot hidden at advantage.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck. I ain't getting better than an 8. Oh, shit.
I mean, you could though.
I could. That is a 0. If I get a, no, 30.
So you have your gun, and you're looking around the room at first, and it's just a pretty souped up room. You do notice like the barred windows and the thick, heavy wooden door, but you also remember that bullets can go through wood. Though you don't find anything in the room to break, you do kind of think maybe I can shoot the lock.
That I was gonna do that if like there was nothing else I could do. So I take my gun. I check the chamber because he did shoot.
Yeah, you got 5 bullets left.
I check my pockets for extra ammo.
Go ahead.
I probably would have
Yeah,
packed.
I think you
That
got.
probably would have been the only thing in your pockets.
Well, other than a photo of my wife and son.
You've got
Just the other room.
You've got 1 more clip. You got 6 more bullets. So you got a total of you got a total of 11.
I take it, but before I shoot down the door, I look at the people to see if I can spot James.
No one is standing outside your door right
Bang.
now. Okay. Yeah, we're not even going to contest that because it can't contest. It's a door.
What?
You shoot out the lock, and the door eases open.
I'm assuming James hears this.
You don't know at the moment.
Before I even open the door, I'm ready to kill anyone who comes near me.
Okay. Yeah.
And I swing the door open.
And you start making your way down the hall, to which we go back to you. You are now holding a totem, and there's another ghoul that is currently threatening you for it. And the cat is like, "Don't let him get it!" And it runs, and you see it. It's really weird. Normally, you see cats like when they fight, they kind of use their back claws. The cat slides and uses its back claw to slice the Achilles tendon of the ghoul. And the ghoul goes, "Ah!" and he goes down on one knee. And the claws were glowing when it happened to him.
Alrighty, well then, that's brutal if I put the totem in my inner jacket pocket. Well then, Mr. Gato, where should we run to?
Leave, idiot!
Okay, well, you picked the wrong guardian today.
The cat looks at you. What?
I mean, No,
I don't. Go, what are you
protector or
doing?
whatever, I don't fucking
Yeah, even the ghoul's going, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
What about the guy ran down the hall? I don't remember, I was too busy drawing. He was screaming dream something.
That's the guy you killed.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
know. What was he screaming?
He's screaming Dream Warrior.
Ah, warrior. That's the word I was looking for. It's,
Rewind. The cat's like, "Just go, idiot!"
all right.
And he makes himself big as he faces off against the ghoul.
Well, then I guess I'll run away from the ghoul, even though I don't know if this leads outwards.
Well, you run away, and you're near the main hall, so you probably do. And as you see the doors are open, and you see Preston talking to someone wrapped in a bunch of white furs, and she looks and she goes, "Come on!" She's motioning for you to come out.
It's okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
And I literally just book it. Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to go to you anyways. Yeah. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
just do your thing, and then you can.
Okay.
Okay, so you see the woman ushering to the artist, and she's like, "Okay, that's one of them. How many more are in there?"
1!
You have to go get him.
Ah! Fuck! Okay, and then I go back inside.
Okay, you go back inside. You're looking around. You call out for anybody.
Any stupid fucking idiots in the building! I wanna go!
You hear someone calling for you.
You're the stupid idiot?
Hi! Coming! I start running, and my Irish is coming out. Where the fuck is that James King?
So you get to the main hall, and there's the magician, and you see the artist has just gone outside with someone wrapped in a bunch of white furs, and she's like, "Come on, we have to leave now!"
Not until I find that son of a bitch who took my kid.
And the cat runs past you and goes, "He's not here! I lied! Follow us, idiot!" And he runs out of the door.
I put my gun away and I follow and I immediately take a swig of whiskey.
Then we go back to you. You are currently moving down a secret flight of stairs. And you can like hear the chaos. You hear a gunshot go off and you're like, "Oh!" And you're walking down the staircase and you come to an effigy of the crow. And there's someone in robes and a deer skull with antlers and various candles lit on it. I'm pleased that I can talk to you by yourself, Mr. Mace.
Who are you?
You don't know me. We haven't met yet, but, well, you haven't met the real me. And he lifts up the front of his mask, so like the horns are like still here. It's your teacher.
You could have just come with me.
No, I couldn't have because you wouldn't have believed what I told you, Asher. Asher, I had to lie to get you here because you could not fathom what we're going to do here tonight.
What are we gonna do?
We are going to awaken the Prince of Black Ice. We are going to bring the true storm and reclaim our rightful place in the world. With your help, Asher. It's why I gave you the book. The book is yours. It's always been yours.
Have you deciphered the book?
I don't have to decipher it. I knew its teachings long before I could speak.
How did they reach peace?
Enslaving and killing the invaders. You see, the Arula family thought they could come here and just take the prince for themselves. Palraikua was never theirs, could never be ruled. But they thought that they could harness his power, use it for their own, and then we would just sit around and let them do it. But no, Palraikua cannot be controlled.
Let's go then.
He smiles, and he presses on the face of the effigy, and that opens into a door to a massive underground cavern. And you see a bunch of individuals in various robes and skulls of different animals standing down there. And it leads to a great altar overhanging an underwater lake. Shall I introduce you to the prince himself? He has been waiting for you for such a long time.
I think I've met him, but I will meet him again.
Yes, you will. You will. And he leads you down and the door closes behind you. And we pull out as the storm rages. And even though the sacrifices have escaped, the book of the head priest of the Order of the Black Ice has returned along with their progeny, their descendant. The three of you get outside. The woman in white leads you over to the sleigh. The sleigh driver is dead. He has a bunch of arrows in his chest, but his face is twisted into that of a ghoul. And the caribou is still there, but she gets on top and she goes, "Everyone get in, I'll take you back to the aisle." Everyone piles in, except for Asher.
Wait, where's that one guy?
And she can't hear you. The lady, you two look at each other, you realize that someone is still missing as you head back to the main aisle. And that's where we're going to cut it off. You say, "Well, then I'll just destroy the book." You get this feeling like, "No! God damn it! Are you stupid?" in the back of your head.
You say that out loud to yourself.
Yeah, the book is very important. You can't destroy it. It's an archaeological find. You can't even threaten to destroy it.
For the audio listeners,
We have a dog attack.
dog jump scares.
Will you listen to me since I have the book?
We will listen to you, but
Stop! Everyone, stop attacking!
no.
You just said you'd listen to me.
We will listen to you. That doesn't mean we'll follow your orders. You're a guest. Gun out of the holster. You should go back to your room, sir.
I grab it.
He fires.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. That's it.
No, no. Okay.
That's a headshot. I am dead.
But
You can dodge.
yeah.
Moving it to my temple.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Why'd you do that?
Because I needed it back and I'm drunk.
Oh, we don't have a gun. Damn it. I thought you had a gun on your character.
I did. I was supposed to.
Yeah. Where is it?
I don't know. I don't know this.
Well, he doesn't have it now.
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
James has it now.
Okay, let me see.
James has it now.
The person who
It's
stole my
James' gun
son.
now. It's just like you stole my son, you stole my gun.
And now my
Technical
life.
difficulties, people. Hold on a moment.
And now my life.
Stole
Stole my son. Stole my gun.
Son of a gun.
And then stole my life. How dare you steal my joke?
Beat you to it.
Dropping gun stats. Thank God you have the internet.
Thank you, Google. Or, no, fuck you, Google. We're not sponsored.
Yes, nondescript internet browser.
You mean the sponsor of today?
Skillshare.
So
No,
you,
Duck, duck, go?
I believe
Opera
you,
GX. We'll do a fully customizable. I've been practicing, so when we do get sponsors.
okay. So that's right near there. That's a 21. So
I can't wait for Masquerade to do the sponsorship read for Skillshare.
We've been sponsored
You
by
too can be a magician.
the Order of the Black Ice has returned along with their progeny. Their descendant. And that's where we're going to cut it off.
No! Please! No! I need to know what happens!
Oh, you can know what happens next time. We can continue the adventure.
No! No! I can't wait another fucking week, damn it! I've been waiting 3 already! No! No!
I knew I was gonna summon him as soon as I found out that they didn't reach peacefully. I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
No!
I'm just gonna help summon it.
I'm gonna be violent.
Are you feeling insane right now?
I'm already insane! dude.
Yep, then I have done my job. Call of Cthulhu has done its job. Yeah, I know.
You've been teasing us with this for 3 weeks. Because
Look,
wouldn't
I
show
do-
up,
No,
and
no.
now I'm.
I had a bunch of stuff happen in my life. My dad is currently back in the hospital, man.
I was
I know.
joking.
I
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, hold on. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
you fucking asshole.
Shut up!
I did not say that.
No, I said it. And I meant it. If I said it, then I meant it. You know.
You got to point C a lot sooner than I thought you would.
I was like, something's definitely up with these, like, the chauffeur and the natives. Also, I'm gonna say this. Your native voice, spot on.
Oh, really? Cool.
Debating if it's racist or not. Because of how good it was.
Well, I wanted to do it right so that I didn't offend.
I myself am not native, but I will definitely be telling my girlfriend about this.
So here's the thing. We can continue this next time as a kind of continuation adventure, the return to the House of Black Ice. You guys can come back if you want.
I'm coming back. I'm gonna kill him so he doesn't summon anything stupid.
I could help your people too. I could help the Irish.
To be fair, I am an immigrant.
Yeah, join me.
Everyone who isn't a native is an immigrant.
Well, even the natives are.
In technicality.
I mean,
Descendants.
I mean, they
they stopped there and called it their home.
Yeah.
Touche.
So I don't know what else more we need to do to call it home, but that's about as much home as humans get. You
Yeah,
pick
that's
a
fair.
place, you sit there for a while, and you're like, "Yep, this is it.
Fair enough.
I could die here."
I had a whole debate about this.
Scat, the Guardian of Dreams, has been a character I've always put into my Call of Cthulhu games, along with Hamilton Ark, Occultist Hunter.
Oh, I can't wait for
All of these are
show
new,
up.
actually. So
That one was cool as
This,
well.
this one's old, but I brought it out. This one's new, this one's new, and then yeah, all three of those are new too.
I thought that looked
Oh,
like a Muppet.
fuck, I missed your gallery thing. I'm so sorry.
We went. It was pretty cool.
Good, but still, I feel terrible.
Yeah, there's only one thing.
It
Still.
was still cool.
A lot of good paints there, though.
There were
Another art.
a lot.
There was a lot of like that one pastel person.
I still wanted to come and give my support. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you can come to the next one.
Okay, yeah.
December.
Tell me in a year's time and I'll be able to make it.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now, that's within a year's time. It's December.
I'm also going to
That
take
is-
some potatoes with me.
I'm gonna say, can I take some potatoes? Because I didn't get any.
I haven't got any.
Why didn't you take any?
Because
Also,
did-
take the
felt
mac
like-
and cheese, because I don't trust their mac and cheese.
Okay,
I'll take that fucking mac.
No, I take it.
Fuck you. I didn't get any, man. What the
You
fuck?
can
That's
have
your
the other
own
mashed
fault.
potatoes.
It was right there.
You can take the mashed potatoes.
No, I don't want that.
I'll take the biscuits.
You can have it.
You can have those
I'll
biscuits.
take it.
Cheddar biscuits.
I wish they were cheddar biscuits.
Yeah, like,
But okay, so
Wait,
so because I didn't lie, we got to that point faster. I'm guessing
we can't.
because I openly was just like,
yeah.
yeah, there's a cat in my room.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
I don't have any persuasion, so it probably wouldn't have worked. So that's why I was like, you know what? I wouldn't lie about it. I would lie, but I'd be like,
But
oh
here's
yeah,
the-
it's mine. I've got money for it. Don't worry.
Here's the
Because I
thing.
wouldn't think that it'd be a bad
If he
thing.
didn't go to, if he didn't get it, I was gonna claim the cat and then say, well, I don't have any fucking money, so I mean, I'll just.
Since Rudy had discovered, like, because the ghouls heard that there's a dream warrior here, it's a cat, it might possibly be a dream warrior, that's the one thing that can possibly stop our plans right now. We need to get rid of it now. So, if you had, like, even if you had lied about it and they didn't believe you, if the lie had still kind of been there, they would have been like, well, just keep an eye.
Yeah, I did notice the magician like lied horribly, and then just.
They have
Yeah,
a lot in their acting.
But yeah, but for my character, I would not even think about really like I would be like that.
You
like,
have the
I
money
can
to
handle it.
throw
I
around,
can, right.
rich boy.
I didn't think anything was bad was gonna happen.
Did I go back to
I
my
think I was
40
having
bucks?
a
That's
like,
like all
mental
my
break.
No, you ran before you could get it.
Fuck.
Was it on the caribou driver?
No, I gave it to the person checking us in because I needed.
Yeah, no, it's back in the house. You're
Son of a bitch! No, I don't go back to stop them. I go back for my $40 because that's my train ride home.
Well, you've got two allies right now. You've got the hunter in white, who was the one surviving member of the Rudyard family.
Oh,
who
that makes
stuck
sense why they
around,
couldn't go in.
Right.
I was like, wait.
So the thing is, the true story was she was banished because she turned her back on the cult. So she has eternal life, but if she steps into the house, she will age rapidly and die. So she
That's
sticks
so
around to
fucking
make sure
cool.
that they don't do anything, but she can't go inside to stop them.
That's cool as shit. Also, we have the time.
But yeah, so
May I make a suggestion real quick? We can finish the last episode of where we were in Fate of the Hero since we have the time. If
We
you
have the time?
I have the time. You have the time? It's 9. It's early.
It's 9:16.
Potato, potato.
Well, it's a fight.
That might
you need more time for that?
I don't. I've got the battle map drawn out.
Okay.
I've been ready for it.
Okay, yeah. If you want to do that, sure.
Sorry, I was. Sorry. to interrupt.
I don't.